What's up, guys? So, made a video because I had an issue with somebody pulling out a camera and recording a bunch of people and yelling at them. And, especially, I don't know if you guys watched the video, but at the very front of the line, you don't see it at first, but when a guy moves, you see that there's two children in that line. And to have a big-ass grown man yelling at people and kids just didn't sit well with me. So I made a video. Seems like a lot of people agree with the video. Well, John Sports Cards decided to make a rebuttal video. A couple of my friends have seen it. They've commented on it. They've screenshotted their comments, and magically their comments are gone. So he's obviously deleting comments. It's cringeworthy to watch. It's a whole lot of Jimmy. It sounds like my mom when I was in trouble as a kid. Very fucking weird. I want to clarify something real fast. Me, have no problem with anybody making money. You could be a flipper. You could do it. Whatever you could do to better yourself and your family, please do it. You should do it. You owe it to yourself and to your family to do it, okay? What I don't like is people who pretend to be something they're not. Me, I'm a very flawed individual. I have anger problems. I'm the type of dude that will give somebody thousands of dollars because they're in a bad spot, and then I might be at a bar, somebody bumps into me, looks at me the wrong way, and I take their teeth out of their mouth. Trying to be a tough guy? Yeah, some people just are who they are, man. That's my life. That's how I grew up. That's who I am. So yeah, I see stuff, I get angry. It is what it is. Sometimes it comes across a certain way, but I can only come across who I am. You're gonna like it or you're not gonna like it. Anyways, like I said, he made a rebuttal video. It's fucking cringeworthy. It's where he's trying to justify what he does, and he's mad at flippers, but he, talks about how in one of his videos, there was multiple sets of cards. And in his video, he says, I already grabbed a few of those sets. Like, who goes in and needs to buy a few sets? I'm tearing them apart and I'm sending them to PSA. That way you could sell them. That way you could flip the cards. It's no different. I don't care. If you're doing auctions, you're flipping cards. If you're selling cards, you're flipping cards. You're a flipper. It's not it is what it fucking is. And anybody that has a problem with flipper, you would have no collection if it wasn't for flippers. Where are you going to buy your cards from? Or how do you collect vintage? You're not going to walk into a store and buy a vintage pack, okay? You're going to get it from somebody who buys the cards and who sells them to you. Or someone who's selling on fucking eBay. Or somebody who sends you a gift with old cards in it. Anyways, you're buying from flippers. Without flippers, the market wouldn't be where it is today. And if you have a problem with where the market is, well, maybe you shouldn't be here. Maybe this isn't the place for you. Maybe there's a better place for you where things are exactly how you want them to go. Okay? But there are rules in society. Things that you are not supposed to do. Things that as a man, if I was there, I would man up and handle them, okay? If I see somebody hit a female in front of me, I'm fucking that dude up. And if I can't whoop his ass, I'm getting my ass whooped instead of that chick. If I would have been in a Target and I see a fucking big sloppy fuck videotaping 16, 17-year-olds, because if you look in the video, they were in the front of the line. They were wearing like tie-dye shirts and shit. Those were children. And if you're okay with a grown man, you know what I mean, yelling at kids, I don't even want to know what your household is like. I'm not okay with that shit. That shit don't fly to me. Go be tough with a man. You know what I mean? And then put your phone down and really be tough. Like, so I don't even know. You know what I mean? So he made a new video, and it's just cringeworthy. where he pinned my first comment, and then somewhere down there as we're talking, he asked if I want a war. Do I want a war? No, I don't want a war. I don't want a war. Is it banging on wax? Is the fucking new YouTube gangs? Like, you don't want a war with people, bro. Like, anybody who's ever been in a war definitely doesn't want a war. If I'd have been there, shit would have been a little different. You know what I mean? Because I'd have said something, you'd have said something, and who knows what would have happened there, especially if I would have had my kid with me. In that line or something. You know what I mean? If I was there with my 16-year-old and you got a camera out and you're recording my child yelling some shit, I would have went to jail and you would have went somewhere. That's just facts. And I'm a father and I'm a man and I know fathers and men agree with that shit. But here's something real fun, okay? Like I said, people have commented. Well, obviously, he took away the thumbs ups and the thumbs down so that you can't see them for a reason. And then people have commented and sent me a screenshot. And then you go there and their comments aren't there. So he's deleting his comments. He's got his own little echo chamber going on. Now, here's the weird part. If you go and you click on every single person who's commented for him, all these people have 1 or 3 subs. And when you click on them, you can see like all the videos that they comment on. They only comment on his videos. I'm wondering how many accounts he has. How weird would that be, right? If they just has most. He's such a great guy. Da 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 da. You know what I mean? There'd be some weird ass shit. Anyways, I decided to make a quick video. There seems to be some misconceptions. I was in Zombies Live, and Zombies Live is bringing up flippers and how everybody, if you're selling cards, you're a flipper, and some people just want to eat off the YouTube community, and all they do is sell cards and da-da-da-da-da. And I love me some Zombie, man. I love me some Jason. But Zombie's not afraid to speak his mind when he thinks something. So for Jason, if you were talking about me, like all I do is gun shows, I invite you to look at actually what I've done in this community. I've raised thousands of dollars for charities, man. Thousands of dollars for people in need. This last year, when I didn't get put into the YouTube Hall of Fame, I think I raised about $15,000 for charities. I also grabbed my daughter, and for 2 months, almost 2 months, we drove around America from Oregon all the way down to New Mexico, through Texas, all the way to the East Coast, all the way up to the Great Lakes, bro, everywhere. We met other collectors from Twitter and YouTube, stayed at their houses, did things, created content, put it on Twitter the entire time during a pandemic. Now, I don't know what kind of person somebody's supposed to be in the hobby. But I'm in this hobby. This is my hobby, just because I don't show, cards all the time. I have collections that shit on most people's collections. I'm sitting right here. What kind of stuff do we want to see? Sitting right here, I have a completed set of 1972 basketball, almost 2 completed sets. This is my collection. Now, just because I don't make a video to where I'm going through showing every single card all the time, doesn't mean that I'm not in this hobby. What I do might not be for you, and that's fine. And I love you, brother. What you do isn't for everybody else. You know what I mean? I happen to love what Jason brings to the, what Zombie brings to this community. He brings a lot of banter and, not afraid to speak his piece and to say something, and that's fucking great. But there are all different people in this hobby, in this community. People are who they are, man. I can only be who I am, I don't feel like donating a bunch of my time to this. I have 2 children. I have a 5-acre farm. I have things that I do in my life that I'm not going to sit here and put out hours of content every week looking through the same cards that all you guys have. It's just not what I'm going to do. I owe my family and myself more than to just do that. I enjoy auctions. I pop in people's auctions. I buy cards. I enjoy breaks. I pop into a Buck City or a Midwest or a Rippin' Gypsy break, and I get into breaks. That's what I do in my hobby. You know, for me to be a part of the hobby, am I supposed to go live and like bitch about this or say what I don't like about that? Or does that make me more of a member of the hobby? Like, I don't, you know what I mean? Everybody's got some different shit, man. What I do is I'm on Twitter, number one. I'm not on YouTube hardly at all. I use YouTube for my gun shows. I know people on YouTube, and it's great to be buddies with people on YouTube, but my community is on Twitter. It's a whole different community. It's huge. That's where my community is. I use YouTube to do my gun show auctions. That's what I do. It's a hangout. People hang out. We do good things for other people. Gifts are given by people from me. In my last gun show, I gave away an Otani auto. Rippin' Gypsy came in and funded a Jarrett Stidham RPA. We gave that away. Give away money all the time. Give away free credit. Give away credit to other people's stuff. Constantly giving cards. People will buy cards for other people in my gun show. And do I walk with a little bit of money? Sometimes. I sold a George St. Pierre patch auto for $60 that sells for $260. Somebody got that in the gun show. I didn't make, I lost, you lose money on that. I didn't make no money on that. You lose money on that. Somebody was able to come get that. There is a whole lot of different areas of this hobby. And there's room for everybody. Where there isn't room in my hobby is for hypocritical bastards, right? Who want to pop up and want to try to point fingers at other people when they do the exact same thing. When like I didn't call that dude out to say that he's a flipper and I'm not. I'll say it again. I flip cards. I sell cards. There's no lie about that. If I ever went to a Target and there was a whole shelf full of mosaic, if I had the money in my pocket and I'm still in America, I would buy all those cards. And if I felt like selling them for what the market was, then I will motherfucking do that. And everybody else should too, if they so choose. Because this is a free fucking country. That's what you're supposed to do. Now, the moment somebody starts buying up all the water, all the air, or all the blue cheese dressing, I got an issue then. I don't have an issue. If I walk into Target and some guy was there, right there before me, and his cart is loaded up, I'm not going to fucking fight him over his boxes. I might show a little bit of, and can I have one? And if he says no, I'm not going to be like, well, fuck you then, punk. They're his. He has them in his cart. You know what I mean? I also wouldn't go grab the last bag of grapes out of a lady's cart because she grabbed them all. Or if I'm in there and the SA is buying food for their taco truck and they got all the cilantro because they're going to go resell it, I'm not going to take fucking cilantro or start recording her and being like, fuck you for getting all the cilantro. Like, there's room in this hobby for everybody, man. I'm hardly on YouTube. I have fun on YouTube. I'll pop people's shit. I'll check people's shit out. And, every once in a while I'll post some videos or basically I'll do whatever the fuck I want to do at any moment. And that's fine. Everybody should be able to. But I'm going to do what I do, and I'm going to do my best to be respectable to others, unless they've asked for it, or if I need to call somebody out. Sometimes you got to call somebody out. Sometimes somebody's doing some fuck shit, and it's, imagine somebody burning fucking cards. Who's going to call them out? You know what I mean? Oh, wait a minute. That's right. People do what they do, man. You know, I got an issue with a fucking dude yelling at fucking people, especially when there are kids there. And I'm going to call that shit out. And everybody can fucking, again, if you go into his chat and if you look at every single, just click on them and you'll see that these people have no subs. I bet you it's all John. Or brand new people who just popped into the hobby and their accounts are brand new. So are those people not part of the hobby? Because if they're not part of the hobby, then who the fuck's following this guy? Anyways, public service announcement: anytime you're breaking Fairfield boxes, make sure you wear fucking gloves because you don't want to damage the 89 fucking tops that are in there. Be careful yelling at kids, man, in front of men, you know, in public, because someday there's going to be a man there and he's going to put you in your fucking place. And if you buy and sell cards, you're a flipper. You're flipping cards. You bought a card and you sold a card, you're flipping cards. If you buy boxes to open them, to send into PSA, to get graded, to sell them on eBay, you are flipping cards. And there's nothing wrong with that. Just don't yell at other people for flipping cards. That's weird. Guns out.